Hi there, everyone. Meteorologist Jan Ryherd here. We're going to do a little bit of an update on what's going on with our winter weather here today, as well as some bitter cold to follow here over the next couple of days. There's a lot going on here with us. If you've been around for the last couple of days, though, it's kind of more of the same, more of that snow, more of that cold, but do still want to highlight it as we will be seeing, again, some travel impacts and also that dangerous cold on the way yet again. So let's start off with your winter weather advisory. This is where that is posted for the afternoon into tomorrow morning. Any county shaded here in that purple color officially under a winter weather advisory. Obviously, though, we do like to say in and around the warning areas or advisory areas. So even those counties in the far north will still have some minor impacts, just not quite as much snow for those folks. And that's why they are not officially under that winter weather advisory as posted by the National Weather Service. Here is where things set up right now for us. Satellite radar picture shows that snow continuing to move through western Iowa at this time. You can see it impacting Sioux City down towards Omaha, and even a little bit starting to move into parts of eastern Iowa at this time too, kind of our northwestern zone there just off to the west of the Waterloo area. So this is what things look like right now. I-29 near Sioux City, some light snow falling. You can see just one lane of road really is plowed at this point. That's kind of what we're looking at happening here as we head through the evening commute time frame. Timing on all of this, as many folks want to know, we'll continue to watch that snow moving in from the west here through the afternoon, probably about 2-3 o'clock for a large portion of the area before we're seeing much in terms of any snowfall. That would include the Cedar Rapids area down towards Iowa City, maybe a little bit closer to even that 4 o'clock time frame. Now, during the evening commute, we will see that snow impacting that commute with some slick travel. Obviously, roads still not great in several spots. Additionally, getting that new snow on top, especially those kind of icy surfaces, those slicker surfaces, that will make them even more slick, that powdery snow on top of that icy road, kind of helping it polish a little bit, and that will mean it's even slicker on those surfaces. That snow continues with us through the evening hours, even still towards that 9-10 o'clock hour snow around, but by around midnight starting to see that coming to an end. And as we head into early tomorrow morning, we should see things, at least in terms of falling snow, improving. Now, we will have about 1 to 3 inches of fresh new snow on the ground by the time this event wraps up. That's going to be very light, very fluffy snow. That means it is very easy to shovel, to snow blow. That's good news, as opposed to that snowman packing snow that we were dealing with early last week. The downside to this, though, is that because it's so light, the wind can also move it around very easily. That will lead to areas of blowing snow, some reduced visibility, and slick travel as well. Maybe some roads that you've been on have been more clear in spots. You've gotten a little bit more used to that in the last couple of days. You could have newly slickened spots because of that wind-blown snow here overnight tonight and into the day tomorrow. So here is that wind gust forecast for us here from through the afternoon and into this evening. We'll see winds picking up in that 20-mile-per-hour range. Overnight tonight looks to be the strongest of those winds. That will mean we're in that 25 or 30-mile-per-hour range. Again, blowing snow, reduced visibilities on top of it being dark will not be good to travel if you are planning to be on the roads at all during the overnight hours. Tomorrow, even still, gusts in that 20-mile-per-hour range will mean continued areas of reduced visibility and blowing snow. Now, this is not all we're dealing with. We are also dealing with cold settling in behind this system as Arctic air kind of rushes back in. Those northwesterly winds really impacting things for us. Frostbite possible in just 10 minutes, and that's why that wind chill advisory has been issued for early tomorrow morning, with wind chills in the negative teens, even down to negative 20s or negative 30s possible by early Saturday morning. Again, that bitter cold, similar to what we were dealing with here earlier on in the week. So let's look at how things kind of track as we head through the night tonight. Early on tomorrow morning, wind chills down near that negative 20-degree range, even a little bit cooler in some spots during the coldest parts of the morning. Here we are 8 a.m. on Friday. As we continue through the afternoon, warmest parts of the afternoon right around that 3 o'clock hour, still feeling like we're in the negative teens during this time frame. That's for Friday. As we head into Saturday, we'll get even a little bit cooler during the overnight hours. Wind chills able to dip down by early on Saturday morning, close to that negative 30-degree range or exceeding that in some spots. And then as we head through the afternoon on Saturday, things not improving very quickly for us, still feeling like we're in the negative teens or negative single digits at the warmest parts of the day. By Sunday morning, still quite cool for us out there, but we will see a little bit of improvement by the end of the weekend. A lot of folks probably maybe joining in right now wanting to know about the snow, and so we'll recap that here for you real quick and talk about the timing on that snowfall in addition to the cold that we're seeing settling in behind this. So here's what we're looking at on Pinpoint Futurecast. Again, that snow moving in through the afternoon hours, mid-afternoon before many of us are getting in on that snow. So still maybe another hour or two. There is a few areas though, just to the west of Waterloo that are already getting in on some of that snow. By evening, during that evening commute time frame, here we are paused at 5 p.m. That's where we'll see areas really all across eastern Iowa getting in on at least some of that light to moderate snowfall. That continues through the evening before winding down around 9, 10, 11 o'clock or so, depending on where you are, kind of wrapping up from the west to the east with this batch. Again, 1 to 3 inches of fresh, light, fluffy snow with this. That will mean it's easy to blow around and will lead to that slick travel as opposed to that more snowman style snow that we had early on last week. So again, this one's going to be very light, very fluffy, very powdery. That means it is going to blow around very easily with winds in that 20 or 30 mile per hour range already here this evening, overnight tonight as well. Winds also strong on Sunday for us there too, but you'll notice the direction changes there out of the south. That means some warmer air on the way. It'll certainly be needed after wind chills down into the negative 20s and negative 30s for the next several mornings. Again, this is when we start to talk about dangerous cold and the need to really cover up any exposed skin. Try to limit that time outside as frostbite as possible in just 10 minutes at temperatures like these. If you've been watching this whole time, we'll kind of reward you here with a quick sneak peek of the 9-day forecast. Temperatures will fall to highs in the single digits, low single digits for Friday and Saturday, but there is some relief in store for us by the end of the weekend. Afternoon highs in those lower 20s, back above the freezing point for a large portion of next week. Now that does have its own kind of caveat of potentially leading to some slick travel with temperatures right around that freezing point at points in the day with precipitation falling or some cool pools of air kind of settling near the ground. So something we're definitely watching for next week is the potential for slick travel and maybe a wintry mix of precipitation throughout the week next week. Obviously right now though, do want to continue to highlight the need for kind of watching the travel conditions with snow moving in here this afternoon, impacting that evening commute here tonight. Even though snow is done by tomorrow morning, still dealing with blowing snow around the area for us tomorrow morning. And then bitter cold for us kind of combined with that. Tomorrow morning, negative 20s for those wind chills. By Saturday morning, Sunday morning, negative 30s for those wind chills. So it will absolutely be bitterly cold for us here, but there is relief by the end of the weekend that will be settling in for us. One more time, we'll show you that snowfall map as many folks want to see that. Again, that is about 1 to 3 inches of fresh new snow with this next batch coming down. And we'll also show you that timing one more time for you here on Pinpoint Futurecast as that snow moves in here this afternoon through the middle to late afternoon hours. Everyone's starting to get in on that snowfall and continuing throughout that evening commute time frame before winding down, wrapping up tomorrow morning, but blowing snow will still be around with us. All right, guys, that's all for this winter weather update. If you have any questions, we'll check back on those comments here throughout. But again, 1 to 3 inches, light, fluffy snow, bitter cold follows, and relief on the way for us here by next weekend. We'll leave you on that snowfall map. Thanks for watching.